everyone. I hope you're having a great day. My name is Hattie and I wanted to start a gardening YouTube channel for the absolute beginner to make it more relatable because I am an absolute beginner. I feel like there are so many wonderful resources online from people who are completely experienced. I have a really hard time, understanding what they're doing and it gets a little overwhelming. So I wanted to kind of have a journey with you all if you're also new. Today I'm going to share a couple reasons why I'm starting my first vegetable garden in 2025. First, I want to get into some of my background when it comes to gardening and plants. Past couple years, it has been pretty rocky. I never knew what I was doing. I would go to the store and just spend a ton of money on plants, pots, soil, all for them to die because I didn't know what I was doing. I'll get more into that topic later. This year, I want to be serious, starting from seeds to the harvest. And of course, planting some beautiful native flowers to bring all the pollinators I'm going to need. So far, the research that I have gotten into has been pretty overwhelming, like I stated earlier. I want to be sort of a filter for the beginner because I'm a beginner and it'll make it a lot easier to consume that information about like planting strategies, harvesting, how to grow seeds, and all that terminology that's a little confusing, like what is the first frost, the last frost, what is my zone, what are the plants that I need, everything like that. All this being said, let's get into my reasons why I'm starting a garden. Starting off with something that I know we all can relate to is the price of groceries. There is something just so awful to me about going to the store, it's dirty in there, you go to the produce, you get like a bell pepper that is discolored, not organic, and you go to self-checkout, you scan it, and it tells you that it's $2 for a single bell pepper. I do not want to rely on these companies to give me my vegetables for the rest of my life. I'm definitely not in the position to start homesteading, which is a whole other level, which I would love to eventually do at some point. But starting with my own vegetables this year, towards the end of the year, I'll be able to consume them. But going into the next couple years, as my garden grows, I'll have more and more from like the previous year's seeds. And hopefully I can store them, be self-sufficient, feed myself and like my future family, and not rely on these overpriced, just terrible groceries. Imagine you grow a bunch of tomatoes that start making your own ketchup. You like bottle your ketchup and then you have a bunch of potatoes and you make your own French fries. You put your fries in the freezer, you can reheat them later. And there are just endless possibilities to make your own food supplies. Even the other day, I got some jalapenos and I actually pickled them, which was delicious. They're in my fridge right now, but I don't even know how much pickled jalapenos would be on the shelf. That's another example. So bottom line, be self-sufficient. Don't rely on companies for the rest of your life for your food, and save money. This one is pretty obvious too, but my physical health. Organic, pesticide-free, nutritional fruit and vegetables. Crops start to lose their peak flavor and nutrition the longer that they are removed from the stem and they sit on the shelf. Being able to go outside your backyard as you're cooking dinner, harvest what you need to harvest is peak flavor, peak nutrition. Again, when it comes to money, going to Whole Foods, having to buy pesticide-free, organic tomato versus a tomato in your backyard that you know what's in it because you planted it. We all deserve to be eating fresh food without having to break the bank, and we all deserve to be healthy. Another great reason is mental health. Being present with yourself, connecting with the earth, nurturing life, growing it is so good for your soul. It's a very calm hobby too that can reduce your anxiety and stress levels. I also heard a ancient Japanese saying called, Shinrin Yoku, which translates to bathing green, and it is the practice of therapeutic relaxation where one spends time in a forest or natural atmosphere, focusing on sensory engagement to connect with nature. I just thought this was so perfect for gardening outside. It's just a really fun connection to make, that you're not the only one that has been using this method to take care of yourself. Side note, I am also terrified of bugs, specifically wasps. I want to do some exposure therapy for myself. So I think this would be a good way to kind of get over that fear. Correcting my mistakes from the past. I mentioned this earlier. Spring comes finally, and it's like early March, so the last frost hasn't happened for spring. I go to Home Depot, I spend like $150 on plants that look pretty. I don't even know how to take care of them. I plant them after dropping all this cash, and then the frost hits and all of them die. It's so discouraging, so that is one thing I will never be doing again. I have done this every single year. I have tried to plant, and I am so tired of it. They will not be getting my money this year. I'm going to the dollar store to get plastic buckets that can hold my plants just as well as the $50 bucket at Home Depot. I'm also getting my seeds from there, $1.25 for like a whole pack of seeds. I don't need to be spending more than that. Also, for buckets, if I have any plastic Tupperware around my house, I'm going to use that. I don't want to be wasteful and just spend more money. The whole goal is to be saving money too. I find it so exciting to plan ahead. I love planning projects out and getting a really clear idea of what my goals are going to be, the steps that I need to do it. I'm the type that would love to create a little spreadsheet. I actually made a spreadsheet that I will probably dive more into in a future video. But if you like doing that too, have fun with it, like color coordinate, do whatever you want to do. I think that makes the process even more fun. So far, I'm starting in January, getting ready ahead of time. And have more fun with the type of plants you're going to be choosing according to your zone. I'll go into that into another video too. For example, my zone, I looked at all the vegetables that I want to do. I only picked a couple of them. I don't want to overwhelm myself and get discouraged like I have in the past when I, bought plants and they died. Maybe making a little layout of what you want your garden to look like in that design aspect. Make a Pinterest board. Pinterest boards are so fun, but yeah. So those were my reasons that I am starting my first vegetable garden in 2025 as a beginner. Let me know if any of you can relate to this. If any of you are experienced gardeners, please leave a comment. Let me know if there are any beginner tips that I should do that I can share with others, if that's okay. I'll be having a video talking about my garden plan, going to get my plants. I've set up a germination station so I can grow my plants from my own seeds. It's gonna be really fun. So if you're a beginner, follow me. I'm here to guide you, and hopefully we can do it together. So through my future trials and errors, we will hopefully experience my first harvest this year. Thank you so much, and have a great day.